Live na po. Live na po tayo. Ma'am, live na po tayo. Naka-on air.
Okay po. Yes, thank you, ma'am. So, hello po. Kumusta tayo mga ka-Pix Pro? Good afternoon po. Hello po, good afternoon.
Hi po, good afternoon. Ayan, all right, guys. We are live. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. So welcome po sa ating lahat and welcome to Kwentuhang Cybersecurity webinar hosted by the Philippine Institute of Cybersecurity Professionals Aurora Chapter. So thank you po sa Prix for National for having us, the Aurora Chapter, as your host in this Kwentuhang Cybersecurity session. So we are very much excited and happy to have you all join us today for this informative and engaging discussion on cybersecurity.
Thank you, Ma'am Gege. Ayan po. So, sa lahat po ng nanonood sa atin on live, yan, sa Facebook Live, live po tayo. Kindly do share our live here in our, yes, yan sa page natin, sa Philippine Cybersecurity Professionals. Yan, share po tayo ng live, mga ka-Pix Pro. Ayan, so i-mention muna natin lahat ng nasa live natin ngayon. So tingnan nga natin. So before that, so i-welcome muna natin lahat na nandito sa ating Zoom meeting. Ayan, kasama natin si VP Crystal Rita Lombres. And also kasama rin natin si VP Sherry Gay Gonzalez. Ayan, hello ma'am.
Hi po.
So kasama din natin si VP Glenda. Ayan, welcome po. Ayan. So, yan. So, tingnan nga natin kung sino nasa live natin this afternoon. Yan, sa Facebook Live. Check natin. Yan. So, Ma'am Gege, nakikita mo ba yung sana natin? Yung box sa comments? Yan.
Chine-check ko pa, ma'am. Okay, open ko ang aking Facebook. Check natin ang ating mga viewers and ang mga nanonood sa ating live.
Ayan. So, watching from Ascot Baler. Hello po kay Ma'am Relit Dialanjano. Ayan. So, good afternoon po. Ayan. From Ma'am Arlene. Hi, Ma'am Arlene. So, sabi good afternoon mga ka-Pix Pro. Go Team Aurora Province. Yes. Napakaganda po ng Aurora. If you do have time to visit Aurora, yan, kindly do visit ours here in Baler. Yan. So, sino pa ba? Yan. So, check natin. Here pa. So, si from Ascot din. Yan. So, napaka-supported ng ating family Ascot. Yan. So, good afternoon po mga kapix po from Ascot, Baler, Aurora. Yan. So, Ma'am Gege, yan. Nakita mo pa ba sila? Nakita mo pa ba sila? Yan. Sino pa yung nakita mo sa comment section mo, Ma'am Gege?
Ay, ito, tinitignan ko na. So, actually, medyo madami na po sila, no? So, padagdag na papadagdag. Hi, Ma'am Ruby. Hi, Ma'am Ruby Dagli. We miss you here po. Lalo na yung inyong vegetable juice, ma'am. Namimiss na namin dito sa Aurora. Sir Mario and Teria. So, we have Ken, Michael Cabanding, Mr. Kevin Manapat, Muwena. Ayan. Magandang hapon din po kay Frederick Gonda. Dito ba kayo nagtapos, Ma'am Kate? Alright. So ito, meron tayong okay, bagong viewers. So we have Kenneth Sulayon Artates and Calvin Joshua Hipolito. Okay, meron din si Raymond Villanueva. Okay, good PM po, Raymond Andrade from Ascot. Yan, dami nating participants or mga viewers from Ascot. Hi po sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon.
Ayan, so may nakikita ko from Batangas. Ayan. So, hi mga ka-Pix po from Batangas. Kumusta po mga ka-Pix Pro natin sa Batangas? Yan. Hello po, magandang hapon. So far, we do have 75 live. Yan. So, nagwa-watch natin during the live. Ayan. Welcome po yan, sa ating cybersecurity session, mga ka-Pix Pro. So, ayan. So, I think nandito na ang ating president, chapter president here. Mr. Sherwin Galioso. Yes po, Press?
Parang wala pa yata si Sir Sherwin. Nandito na ba? Sir Sherwin? Okay, wala pa. Sige, shoutout. Okay, while waiting, for Sir Sherwin to join our Zoom meeting, sige po, shoutout pa rin tayo. Ang dami-dami. Lalo na mga students from Ascota. Thank you for supporting this webinar po. So we have si Lian. Hi, Lian Bibat. This is one of my students here in IT. So magandang hapon din kay Dom Oracion, Lindon Angelo Danzil, Mario Enteria, Carl Jasper Serrano, Grospe, okay, Errol Bitong, Shikay Nari Alaon, Lorely Colbengan Tuyan. Yan. Anacel Partible. Hi po. From DMMMSU. Hi, good afternoon po, ma'am. Ron Andel Cañaveral from Ascot. Miguel Nidwa, Jobel Hart, Orpia, Joris Ventura. Naku, napakadami na po ng mga viewers natin. Oh, hi! Andito na po si Sir Sherwin. Sir Sherwin, hi po!
Hello po, good afternoon mga ka-Pix Pro. So today po, the Aurora chapter will be hosting our kwentuhang cybersecurity. So titled The Role of Cybersecurity Organization in Empowering Our Schools and Community. So our distinguished speaker will be introduced by our Assistant VP, Ma'am Sherry Gay Gonzalez. Ma'am Sherry, go ahead.
Okay, thank you po, Fresh Sherwin. So I'm Cheska, and joining me today our co-host VP Tel and also VP Sherry Gay. Together, we are excited to guide you through this discussion on the vital role that cybersecurity organization play in protecting not just schools but also the broader communities.
Yes naman, Ma'am Kate, tama ka dyan. And sa panahon ngayon, as schools and communities become more digitally connected, mas vulnerable na rin tayo sa iba't ibang cyber threats like data breaches, online harassment, at identity theft. Hindi na abstract concept lang mga ito. They are real risks affecting our children, we as teachers, and of course, our families.
All right, so tama ka dyan, VP Telno, and we are all excited for today's discussion. Pero syempre, hindi natin ito gagawin mag-isa. So we are privileged to have with us ang ating special guest, ang Vice President for Training ng PIXPRO Aurora Province Chapter, our resident, cybersecurity expert, so Mr. King Alvin P. Grospe. Sir King, thank you for joining us today. No.
Yes, indeed. Before we dive into our topic, we want to remind everyone po na pagkatapos ng session ay makaka-receive kayo ng certificates. Kaya stay tuned hanggang dulo and learn valuable insights on cybersecurity.
Okay, so let's start by talking about the current situation in our schools and communities. So alam natin na rapid digital transformation in education has exposed students and teachers to various online threats. And can you imagine how much sensitive information is being exchanged every day? So mga grades, personal details, even health data. So ngayon, we celebrate also the currently issues now sa health data and awareness for that security. So all these can be target by a cyber criminals, guys.
Tama ka dyan, Ma'am Kate. Kaya it's critical na we equip our schools and communities with the knowledge and tools they need to stay safe online. Hindi lang tayo dapat reactive, dapat kailangan proactive din tayo. And that's why cybersecurity organization like PIXPRO come in.
All right. Sige. Exactly no po. So organizations like PIXPRO, it plays a key role in this digital transformation. So they work closely with schools to provide cybersecurity training, seminars, and tools para matutunan ng mga bata at guro kung paano mag-handle ng potential threats. So kung maaga natin naiintindihan ng mga risks, mas madali nating maiiwasan ng mga problema. So sige po, I think ready na ang lahat, no? Kasi kailangan natin mag-start din sa ating main topic this afternoon. So again, good afternoon po to all our online viewers, Zoom participants, and those joining us live on Facebook. Okay, it is my honor or my great honor to introduce an amazing individual whose journey is an example of how passion for technology and education can truly make a difference in our communities. Our guest speaker is a gold medalist in the Regional Skills Olympics for web design during his college days. So, with 3 years as an IT coordinator at the Philippine Survey and Research Center, he honed his skills as a professional in the IT industry, helping shape the digital landscape. So his commitment to nurturing young minds was evident during his tenure as BS Computer Science instructor and high school teacher at Wesleyan University Philippines, Aurora, where he inspired many future tech leaders. Not stopping there, he became a fully mentor or he became a faculty mentor for Ascot's team in the Smart Swift Digital Innovations Competition, contributing to their achievement as a finalist and securing a top 10 position nationwide, a testament to his expertise and mentorship. Currently serving as an instructor at the School of Information Technology at Aurora State College of Technology, his dedication or to cybersecurity shines even brighter as the Vice President for Training of the newly activated Philippine Institute of Cybersecurity Professionals, Aurora Chapter. Today, guys, we are blessed to have him share his insights on the vital role of cybersecurity in empowering not just schools but entire communities. Please join me in welcoming an inspiring educator, tech leader, and cybersecurity advocate, Sir King Alvin P. Crospe. Sir King,
Ayan, so thank you so much, Ma'am Sherry Gay, for that wonderful introduction. I'm deeply honored by your kind words, and I appreciate everyone joining us today, whether you're here on Zoom or tuning in live via Facebook. So shout out po ulit sa mga live audience natin dyan sa Facebook. I hope that through our discussion, we can all gain valuable insights on how we can protect, empower, and uplift both our schools and communities through cybersecurity organizations. So let's dive into this topic together and let's get started. So allow me to share my screen now. Ayan, kindly confirm nga po kung visible na po yung aking screen. Alright, thank you so
Yes.
much.
yes po.
Right. So nowadays po kasi, with the rise in internet connectivity, the use of digital platforms, halos lahat ng businesses, agencies, schools, private or public man yan, at kahit mga individual sa community, ay very dependent na sa technology. Why? Because we are now living in what they call the fourth industrial revolution. And in fact, in transition na nga tayo sa fifth industrial revolution, where technological advancement is very rapid. Napakabilis. Halos lahat ng mga services na ina-avail natin ay through online na. Meron tayong e-commerce, di ba? Like, for instance, Lazada, Shopee, Shein, Zalora, Temu, di ba? You can actually shop online without going to their physical stores. And kapag nakapag-order ka na, you only have to wait for it to be delivered to your home, di ba? Ganun ka-simple, ganun ka-hassle. Pagdating naman sa communication, very dependent na rin tayo dyan. Ano na ba ang ginagamit natin mga technology? Gagamit tayo ng email for our corporate na mga communication, di ba? Messenger, ginagamit natin for communication. At kagaya nito, video conferencing, Zoom, Google Meet, Skype. So very dependent na po tayo. Pati yung mga financial transaction natin, yan yung mga online banking natin, yung mga e-wallet natin, like for instance, GCash, Paymaya, yan mga yan. Halos everything ay over technology na. But without us knowing na nagiging vulnerable tayo. Ang ating mga personal information, ang ating cyberspace, and digital assets sa cyber world. Kasi parang ganito yan eh. As technology use increases, so does the vulnerability to cyber attacks. Gamit tayo ng gamit but the proper cybersecurity measures are lacking. And it has led to various issues that directly impact students, educators, and the community. So parang ganito, we all adopted digital systems but without having cybersecurity measures. So to give our audience, lalo na yung mga live audience natin dyan sa FB, a context. So let me tell you a story. So I have here Juana. Si Juana ay nag-work sa isang company. Then isang araw, nakatanggap siya ng email na naglalaman ng account verification. So syempre, at first, she thought na galing ito sa authentic at legitimate na source, ano? Kaya sa takot niya na ma-deactivate yung kanyang account, she follows yung instruction kung ano yung binabanggit doon sa email. Okay? So without her knowing na under phishing attack na pala siya. So lahat ng mga information na nilagay niya doon ay nakopya na pala nung hacker natin. Naka-phishing pala siya. Kinloan. Yun ay hindi niya alam. Then after some time, yan, bigla na lang na-encrypt lahat ng digital files ng kanilang company. Imbis na sila yung authorized person dun sa mga files nila, naging encrypted na. Hindi na nila ngayon ma-access. So kailangan nilang i-decrypt para ma-access ulit nila yung files. But kailangan nila magbayad. So ransomware attack. Ginawa ng hacker, nung nakapasok siya, naka-access siya dun sa layer of security ng company. So nag-embed na siya doon ng mga script. And then dun sa script na yun, nag-execute, na-encrypt ngayon yung mga files. Hindi na nila ma-access. So going back, tanong ko lang sa inyo, can Juana prevented the attack? Yes, she can. With the help of cybersecurity. Kasi imagine kung aware siya, hindi niya, kumbaga, in-evaluate niya, in-identify niya ba talaga kung authentic ba itong email na na-receive niya. Therefore, na-prevent niya po itong attack na to. Na-realize niya na yun pala ay fake. Phishing attack lang po pala yun para sa ransomware. Okay? So next po natin, meron ako ditong pa-game sa mga live audience natin. So I'll be monitoring yung ating chat kasi gusto ko mag-interact din yung mga audience natin na nanonood. So ito, para mas maengganyo mag-engage yung mga live viewers natin, kapag nahulaan nyo yung sagot, meron kayong reward. Yan. So pero bago yon, ito po na yung game natin. Paano ba to? Okay, so ang game natin ay tinatawag kong Bypass Me. So ang rules natin, bibigyan ko kayo ng set of description ng certain person that you need to access. Ang goal natin dito is to guess the person's password with the information that is provided to you. So ibibigay ko naman yung mga clues. Yung yellow, ibig sabihin nun letters, yung blue naman numbers, at yung red naman po ay special characters. Okay ba tayo doon? Thumbs up naman po tayo dyan sa mga nanonood sa live Facebook natin, sa Facebook page natin na Pix Pro. Okay? Tingnan natin. First game natin ito. So I have here this description. Her name is Christine B. Park. She was born on August 23, 1993. Status, taken by Joel Christie. Call name, Pucci. Okay. Other description niya, her anniversary was on December 16, 2019. So, password clue, eto na. No capital letters, contains numbers, no special characters. So, ito po. Yan. Meron tayong 14 letters and 8 na numbers. Sige po. Tingnan natin kung sino makakahula. Waiting po tayo ng answer, ng engagement ng ating mga live audience sa FB. And currently, minomonitor ko po. Wala atang makakasagot. Kung sino po makakasagot, VP Kate, pakikuha na lang po. Pakikuha kung sino po makakasagot at bibigyan po natin ng reward mamaya.
Okay pa, Sir King.
Alright? Sige. May answer na, ma'am? Okay, anyway, ipapakita ko na po yung answer natin para hindi tayo magtagal dito, So, ang answer natin ay Pucci Christine 12/16/2019. Kasi usually po, kapag nag-create tayo ng password natin, i-incorporate natin yung personal information. Aminin natin yun. Kasi ito yung mga phrases na hindi natin makakalimutan. Birthday, makakalimutan mo ba yan? Call name nyo, di ba? Pakaalam mo. Kaya, nako-compromise yung strength ng password dapat. Kagaya nito, based dito sa description na binigay natin, ang daling na bypass, di ba? Lalo na kapag tayo, lagi tayo nag-overshare sa Facebook natin, ito yung birthday ko, ito yung anniversary namin, di ba? Ito ang pangalan ko, etc. So yun ay mga small details, oo, pero merong factor yon na magkaka-contribute para ma-bypass yung password. Okay? So next natin, another po ito ba? Okay, isa pa. Si Sheena Rose Villaflor, birthday niya January 2, 1999. Status, single. Other description, she graduated at Harvard on July 16, 2014. Ito, password clue natin. 3 capital letters, contains numbers, no special characters. So check natin. Meron kang 3 letters and 8 numbers. So bigyan natin yung time. Bigyan natin ng time ng ating live audience to think kung ano yung password nitong Sheena Rose Villaflor na to. Ayun, may nakita akong sagot, pero medyo late lang yung broadcast dito sa FB Live natin. Yung unang makakuha ng sagot po, i-chat po kayo ni VPK para ibigay yung reward po ninyo. Okay. Yun, may nakakuha na rin ng tamang sagot. Yes, ang password po niya ay SRV 0716-2014. So yung SRV yun yung initial name niya, di ba? Yung acronym, pag in-abbreviate mo yung name niya, Sheena Rose Villaflor, SRV. Then yung following numbers, something to do dun sa kanyang graduation sa Harvard. July 16, 2014. Nakita natin kung gaano ka-critical yung pag-disclose natin ng personal information natin online. Diba? It can be used kasi against you, against us. Last, meron na lang tayo ditong isa. Ito medyo mahirap. Dahil meron na siyang special character. Kanina kasi alphanumeric combination lang siya, but this time, meron na tayong special character. Okay, I have here name Anna May Castelia. She was born on August 21, 1990. Status single. Other description, none. Password clue natin. 2 capital letters. Contains numbers. 1 special characters. Yan. Ang dami nagko-comment sa live. Nakakatuwa. Nakikita natin na talagang gustong-gusto lang makinig. Mamaya explain ko ano yung reason behind this game, Okay. Meron po siyang 4 na letters and then 1 special character then another 8 letters, and then followed by 4 numbers. Sige, i-crack natin mga ka-Pix Pro. Especially yung mga audience natin dyan sa FB, ano? Ayun, may nakakita, may nakakuha na. Napaka-attentive naman ng mga live audience natin. At na-appreciate ko. Sobra ko na-appreciate dahil talaga namang nakikinig sila. Nag-engage po sila sa topic natin. Yes, may nakakuha na po ng tama. Sino ba ang kaunahan? Ma'am Kate, pa-monitor na lang ma'am ano po, sino po yung pinakauna. So tama po, ang sagot po natin ay Ana. Malaki yung letter A, followed by special character na underline, then Castelia, 1990. O yan, so congratulations na po kaagad sa mga nanalo. Ano yung mga naunang nag-comment ng tamang sagot. Meron po kayong reward galing po sa amin. Ano po? So i-chat po kayo ng aming VP, Kate, ano po, para hingin po, ibigay po sa inyo, rather, yung reward po ninyo. Alright. Ano yung napansin natin? Nakita natin kung gaano tayo ka-vulnerable, di ba? Kung hindi tayo aware sa mga technology na ginagamit natin. Imagine, kayo mismo, na-crack nyo, na-bypass nyo yung password niya. Tayo, limited lang natin, yung mind capacity natin. Imagine, kinrack nyo siya halimbawa, 30 seconds or 1 minute, na-crack nyo yung password. Paano naman kung computing machine yung magka-crack? Using brute force algorithm. Di ba? So titingnan niyo yung mga dictionary ng mga nasa words, yung mga alphabetical combination, yung mga alphanumeric combination. So baka in just a matter of second, kapag ganyan tayo mag-create ng password, mababypass or makakrak po yan. Kasi tayo, as human rather, very limited tayo eh. What I mean is, kaya natin mag-crack pero it takes time. As compared sa computing machine na, kumbaga, in 1 second, 1,000 attempt ng mga phrases, ng mga alphanumeric combination ang kanyang pinasok. Tayo kanina, ang dami na tayong trial and error. Ito ba yung sagot? After a second, ito ulit ba yung sagot? Then, ito ba? Di ba? Kaya naman kailangan natin maging cyber aware at cyber educated sa lahat ng technology na ginagamit natin para maging secured and protected ang ating mga digital assets sa cyber world. The way I see it kasi, sa 10 technology na ginagamit natin, isa lang dito ang alam nating security measure. So parang ang ratio ay 10:1. Ang laki ng discrepancy. Diba? At dahil sa discrepancy na yan, ito ang naging result. Yan. According to one of the articles of Philippine Star, our country's leading and most recognized digital brands in journalism, cybercrimes increased by 68.98% in 2023, with 19,472 incidents compared to 11,523 cases in 2022. So itong data na to ay galing po sa Philippine National Police. So these are report incidents ng mga cybercrime. Imagine, that's an average of 53 cybercrime cases a day last year. Di lang yan. According sa statistics ng statista.com, yan, tingnan natin yung chart. Ngayong 2023, about 26.2 million cyber threats via web browsers were detected and foiled in the Philippines. Grabe. Imagine, 26.2 million cyber threats. Not only that, according to Sophos, ano tong Sophos na to? A global leader in next generation cybersecurity. Sabi nila, businesses from the Philippines have reported spending an average of 40 million pesos to recover from ransomware attacks. Nakita natin yung kwento kanina ni Juana, di ba? Dahil hindi niya na-prevent yung attack na yun, hindi siya aware na yun pala ay phishing lang, binigay niya yung kanyang credentials na access yung kanilang level of security, yung kanilang system, then umatake ngayon yung hacker natin. Syempre gusto niyang pagkakitaan, in-encrypt niya yung mga files. Syempre, kung yung company niyo, yung data, ang precious thing, dahil yun ang pinagkakakitaan ng company niyo, kailangan nyo talagang i-recover yun. Kailangan nyo talagang i-decrypt yun. So, ang tendency yan, talagang magbabayad ka doon sa gusto ng hacker. At yan, according mismo sa Sophos, na ang mga businesses sa Philippines ay gumagastos ng 40 million pesos para lang ma-decrypt yung mga na-encrypt ng hacker. Imagine that huge amount of money. Dito naman sa lugar namin in Aurora Province. So there is a growing problem of money scams through platforms like GCash, identity theft on social media, and malware attacks. So itong mga incidents na to really affect not only individuals but also businesses and government institutions. Diba? So given these facts, how can we avoid or somehow decrease the increasing number of cybercrime rates? Paano kaya? So dito ngayon papasok ang role ng mga cybersecurity organizations and how this organization empower the schools and the community. Okay. So meron ako dito ang kinreate na framework na role ng cybersecurity organizations. So, empowerment through knowledge, empowerment through opportunity, responsibility, and unity. So, ito ay, pag sinabi natin cybersecurity, napakalawak ng sakop niyan. So, itong dinidiscuss ko sa inyo is just a cherry on top. Pero, these are fundamentals. Ano po? So, number one solution natin is empowerment through knowledge. Paano? Siyempre, by providing education, awareness programs, nang sa ganun ma-enhance yung digital literacy and cyber awareness ng mga estudyante, ng mga teacher, kahit ng mga member ng community. So by educating students, teachers, administrators about online threats such as phishing, identity theft, and malware attacks. So our cybersecurity organization equips them with the knowledge to protect themselves. So digital literacy training can help students understand how to safely navigate the internet, identifying phishing attempts, managing their passwords correctly, avoiding malware attacks, identifying fake websites, and avoid falling for scams. Ngayon, si Juana dun sa kwento natin kanina, kung siya ay naging aware, siya ay naging educated, do you think i-provide niya yung credentials niya doon sa email na yun? Siyempre, hindi. So, mayroon tayong kasabihan na think before you click. Mag-iisip muna yan. Mag-i-evaluate muna yan. I-identify niya kung phishing ba to. Diba? I-identify niya kung fake ba to or real para ma-avoid yung scams or yung attack. Sa community naman, magkaroon tayo ng community outreach, mga extension program to educate small businesses, parents, and residents about securing their data and financial information. Paano? Awareness campaigns that can teach community members on how to secure personal data. So manage social media privacy settings, protect financial transactions, diba? Kasi I believe when the community understands cyber threats, they become better equipped to safeguard their information. Diba? Tama naman, diba? Yan yung tinatawag nating empowerment through knowledge. Kaya nga meron tayong kasabihan na knowledge is power. Kaya when individuals know how to secure their devices, accounts, and data, therefore they gain control over their digital environments and reduce their vulnerability to cyber attacks. So, cybersecurity organization like PixPro, ginagawa na ito by running awareness programs that teach safe online practices. Halimbawa na nga lang itong ginagawa nating live session ng kwentuhang cybersecurity. Wherein, ini-engage namin yung public sa mga discussion about cyber threats at kung paano nila protektahan yung sarili nila against that threats. Di ba? Also, PixPro offers digital literacy programs, di ba? Mga certification, both professional and the general public to help prevent cyber attacks and improve awareness. And by that being said, proceed tayo sa number 2. Empowerment through opportunity. Paano empowerment through opportunity? Siyempre, by offering training and certification in cybersecurity, organizations can empower the community by creating new career opportunities. Students and professionals can develop valuable skills in cybersecurity which are in high demand globally. So yung empowerment through opportunity, dahil halimbawa na nga lang itong PixPro, they are very committed in producing globally competitive Filipino cybersecurity professional by providing certification and structured training courses. And as a matter of fact, last week lang po nagkaroon ng virtual graduation ceremony dahil meron po tayong total of 34 na nakapag-complete ng PixPro Certified Cybersecurity Professional Program. So nag-run po yan noong August 17 to September 6. So, di ba? Yung kanilang mga professional profiles and referrals ay finorward na sa mga technology partners. See? So yung cybersecurity organization nag-create ng opportunity. Nag-provide ng training, nag-provide ng certification, nag-comply, naging qualified na cybersecurity professional, ni-refer ngayon ng kanyang profile sa mga technology partners. So mag-open ngayon ng kanyang career opportunities. Another is itong tinatawag nating empowerment through responsibility. Paano empowerment through responsibility? Siyempre, kailangan natin ditong i-uplift yung culture of cybersecurity. Kasi ito, sa cybersecurity organization, pwede nating i-promote yung ethical behavior online. Paano? By teaching students and community members the importance of responsible internet use. So this includes respecting privacy, avoiding misinformation, and being aware of the impact of one's actions in the digital world. Kasi naniniwala ako na kapag ang isang individual ay naunawaan niya yung impact ng kanyang digital action at yung legal framework surrounding dun sa cybercrime, they will be more likely to act responsibly and make informed decisions. Halimbawa na lang, as I recall nung kabataan ko, very aggressive ako nung kabataan ko. What I mean is, hindi ko iniisip yung batas. Ganito ako, ganito yung mga ginagawa ko, mga kalokohan. Kasi bata pa ako di ba? Hindi ko pa alam yung batas. But then, nung nag-transition na ako to adulting, nasa legal age na ako, nasa 18 na ako, biglang, na-culture shock ako na. Dapat pala, hindi ko na to ginagawa. Hindi ko na to ginagawa kasi may batas. Baka ako makulong. Diba? So parang ganun din. Kailangan nating i-promote sa community, sa mga students natin, yung ethical behavior online. Kaya sanabi ko kanina, dahil kapag nalaman nila yung impact ng kanilang action at saka yung mga legal framework surrounding cybercrime, mag-a-act sila responsibly. Okay? And next po natin ay empowerment through unity. Yan. So encouraging po ng community collaboration. So anong role ng cybersecurity dito? Organization. So cybersecurity organization can bring together schools, barangay local government unit, businesses, and individuals to work on common goals related to online safety. Halimbawa na nga lang po nung inactivate po yung PIX Pro Aurora chapter dyan sa Baler Sports Complex, ano po. Nag-invite po tayo dyan ng mga representative from different schools at marami rin pong umattend dyan. Meron din pong mga representative from barangay local government unit, mga barangay kagawad, barangay secretary. Meron din pong mga representative from LGU, kahit mga konsehal po ng bayan. Ano po, umattend din po dyan. Mga business owners, nagpunta rin po dyan. Para saan? Dahil gusto nilang matutunan ano ba tong cybersecurity? Paano ba nila gagawing safe yung kanilang cyberspace? Di ba? Kasi ang mga cybersecurity organization, kailangan nilang i-promote yung idea na dapat everyone has a role to play in cybersecurity. Di ba? Kasi in that sense, it empowers individuals to take ownership of their digital security, creating a culture where cyber safety is priority. Yeah. So when community work together to protect their digital space, they create a stronger and more resilient network against cyber criminals. Limbawa na lang, yung walis tingting. Isipin natin, isang walis tingting, yung isang stick lang, represent one person. Do you think makapag-eliminate siya ng kalat mag-isa? Maaari, siguro, pero kaunti. But, kung sama-sama tayo, dadami tayo, parang isang walis tingting, sama-sama tayo for one goal, to eliminate, linisin, yung mga cyber threats, mas malaki po yung mas malaki po yung mai-eliminate natin. 'Di ba? So the conflicts po na hinaharap natin dito sa cyber world, including yung increasing number of cybercrime na yan, yung data breaches, shortage of cybersecurity professionals, lack of awareness, 'di ba? It require collaborative solutions po. So cybersecurity organizations play a crucial role in addressing these issues. Siyempre, yung ginawa po natin kanina, yung ginawa ko, brother, na model na framework, kung paano ma-empower ang school at community through the empowerment of knowledge, through the empowerment of opportunity, through the empowerment of responsibility, and through the empowerment of unity. So, by empowering schools and communities with these tools, we help build a more cyber-resilient society capable of defending itself against the growing threat of cybercrime. Ngayon, I want to ask our live audience. Hihintayin ko yung sagutin nyo. Ito ang tanong ko. Ano yung date ngayon? Maghihintay po ako ng sagot sa comment section ng ating live. Tatanungin ko lang po, ano yung specific date ngayon? Paki-include po yung month, yung day, and the year. Wala pa po nag-comment. Ayun, may nag-comment. Thank you, Calvin Joshua Hipolito. September 27, 2024. Yay! Thank you sa pagsagot mo. Pero sa sinasabi ko sa iyo, sa mga sumagot, na mali po. Yes, mali po. Ang date po natin ngayon ay September 27, 2034. And speaking right here, nakikita ko yung mga live audience natin, nag-meet tayo for one common goal. Nakikita ko na lahat kayo ay mga cybersecurity professionals na. Ang common goal natin na malinis ang cyberspace, na kahit papaano i-eliminate natin yung mga cybercrime. Hindi magulo, maayos na cyberspace, may peace of mind ang lahat. Now, let's go back to the present day, which is ngayon, September 27, 2024. Anong gagawin mo? Anong gagawin natin para ma-achieve natin yung goal na yon, na maging cybersecurity professional tayo in 2034? Anong gagawin natin para makapag-contribute tayo sa bansa natin na ma-eliminate yung mga cyber threats na yan at ma-lessen yung mga cyber criminals? So meron po tayong cybersecurity organizations. Pwede po kayong mag-join and help us combat the increasing number of cybercrimes. So that would be all po. I really hope na meron pong natutunan ng ating live audience. So maraming salamat po, Ma'am Kate, Ma'am Tel.
Ayan. Thank you very much, Sir King, for that very insightful about the topic. Tama ka naman dun, Sir King. Cybersecurity is not just about technology. It's about the people. Our goal in PixPro is to empower the schools and the communities through educating them and giving them awareness. Kaya naman dire-diretso po ang ating pag-collaborate sa different schools through seminars, workshops, and even policy-making consultations. Kasi ang gusto po natin sa PixPro is isang environment na hindi lang digitally equipped, kundi digitally safe din.
Yes, sobra. Grabe talaga. So, ang dami pa lang pwede natin gawin to improve digital safety. So, lalo na sa mga schools yan. Pero syempre, hindi dito matatapos ang mission natin, mga ka-Pix Pro. It's not just about protecting the students and the teacher. It's also about the entire community.
Yes, Ma'am Kate, tama ka ulit dyan. Because cybersecurity isn't just for schools, it's for everyone. Kung lahat tayo ay aware at may knowledge on how to stay safe online, mas secure ang buong community. This creates a ripple effect of safety from individuals to families and from schools to the entire communities.
And that's why organizations like PixPro are crucial. So they are not just addressing the problems we face today, but are preparing us for future threats. So they help create cybersecurity awareness and resilience that benefits for everyone.
Yan. So at this point, we'd like to open the floor to questions from our viewers. Kung meron kayong mga katanungan tungkol sa cybersecurity, feel free to comment them below. Sasagutin niya ni Sir King at kami rin ay magbibigay ng aming mga insights about your questions. Okay, meron na pa tayong question, Ma'am Kate.
Yes, so during the live, kanina may nag-ask from Princess Marie. And so sabi niya, Sir King, sabi niya, good afternoon po, how can cybersecurity organization prevent cyberbullying in schools? Sabi niya, sir.
Right? So wow. Maganda yung tanong niya, no? Timely dun sa schools dahil medyo hindi ko nabigyan ng pansin yung cyberbullying. Well, ang role ng cybersecurity organization para ma-prevent yung cyberbullying sa mga schools, they can help schools develop policies and tools para ma-prevent yung cyberbullying and online harassment na yan. Ano itong policies na to? Itong policies na ito yung clear guidelines for students and staff on how to deal with online harassment. Parang may guide tayo. Kasi by educating students, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, on ethical use of social media and the consequences of cyberbullying, students are aware of the consequences, and victims have clear avenues for reporting issues. So with that being said, yung cybersecurity organization can help create a safer digital space for learning and somehow reduce cyberbullying in schools. So I hope I answered your question. And sa mga kasamahan din po natin, if you have some additional insights, pwede rin po natin i-share, ano po. Thank you po, Ma'am Kate.
So, Ma'am Tel, meron pa ba tayo?
Yes, sir.
Maraming question.
Sir, we have another question here from Joseph C. Padua. How can schools collaborate with PixPro with regards to training on cybersecurity and the same level of training to its students? Sir King?
Yes, ma'am. Ano po? Actually, ang PixPro po natin, meron din po tayong junior affiliate. Ano po? So yung schools pwedeng makipag-collaborate po sa PixPro. Kagaya po ng ginawa ng ASCOT, ano po? Meron po kaming junior affiliate na tinatawag po namin, ito po, naka-register po ito sa ASCOT, yung ASCOT Cybersecurity Alliance, which serves as the PixPro Junior Affiliate and is led by yung president nila ngayon, President Michael Bontoyan. So ang initiative dito ay to raise awareness nga about cybersecurity on campus and will eventually extend its information drive to other campuses. Siguro, try to talk with the PixPro National din po, ano po, kung ano po yung mga process para makapag-create din po tayo ng organization. Ayan po. Or baka meron din pong insights yung iba kong kasama. May mga inputs din.
Hi.
Sir King, there's another question. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Gary.
Yes, ma'am. Question din po ito. Another question po, no? So, kanina ba ito galing? Pero ang question is, what are the common cyber attacks and how can we protect ourselves from those? Sir King.
Alright. So common cyber attacks, ano? Actually, napakadami yan. Pero since yung common attacks lang ang tinatanong mo, let's start with malware attack. Ayan. Parang nangyari kanina, no? Yung malware attack, yun yung may mga Trojan, virus, yung mga adware, yung mga spyware, yung kapag nagbabrowse ka, mayroong mga nagpa-pop up na ads. Yan. Then another is yung tinatawag nating denial of service or yung DOS. Ano ba to? Meron ding isa, kapag marami sila, yung tinatawag nating DDoS, kapag marami umaatake sa'yo, DDoS ang tawag natin yun doon. So, distributed denial of service. So, ang ginagawa nito, pina-flood nila yung server, tinatrap nila para, kumbaga, maging exhausted yung mga resources ng server. Para yung legitimate service hindi maging unattended. So, another is yung man in the middle. Ano pa itong man in the middle? Ito yung hacker na kinukuha niya yung IP address mo and nag-act siya na parang ikaw yon. So in between nung workstation mo at saka nung server, nandun po siya. So lahat ng mga exchange yun ng ingoing tsaka outgoing ay nako-compromise, nakukuha niya. Another one is yung tinatawag nating phishing. Yun, yung kino-clone nila yung mga halimbawa, yung mga social media, paglalag-inin ka, pero hindi yun yung authentic na website talaga. Fake yun. Ang kanilang purpose lamang ay makuha yung personal information mo or yung credentials mo doon sa social media na yun para alam nila yung email address and password mo. Okay? Another is yung pinaging ko sa inyo kanina, yung password attack. Di ba? So, may brute force algorithm tayo na tinatry lahat yung alphabetical and alphanumeric combinations para ma-bypass or ma-crack yung password mo. Another is SQL injection. So what it does, yung hacker, kapag nakapag-inject siya ng queries niya, he or she can now view, edit, and delete yung mga tables sa database nyo. So I think yun yung mga common attacks. And may additional or follow-up kang question na how can we protect ourselves, ano? Siguro, i-enable natin yung multi-factor authentication. Yun, yung isa. Kung meron tayong two-factor authentication, i-enable po natin yun para kahit na-compromise yung password natin, still, meron ka pa ring one-time password na nag-e-expired, may limit lang siya, na nare-receive mo dun sa registered number mo. Tapos another, kailangan mong i-secure yung passwords mo talaga. So wag kang mag-create ng mga password na very generic. Dapat gawin mong mahaba at the same time combination siya ng upper cases, lower cases with numbers and special characters. So gawin nating practice din na every or 3 months or 4 months nagbabago tayo ng strong password. Another siguro ay kailangan natin ng mga regular updates sa mga workstation natin o tinatawag nating mga patches din. Kasi what works now in the setting natin may not work tomorrow. Diba? Kaya may mga updates tayo for security purposes. Tapos mag-install din tayo ng mga trusted na antivirus natin. Tapos avoid natin yung mga pagda-download from unknown source. Enable natin yung firewall. Always back up our data. Ano pa? So avoid sa mga pagkiklik ng mga suspicious links. So yun po siguro yung mga measures para maprotektahan natin yung sarili natin from cyber attacks. Ma'am Kate?
And so, thank you, Sir King, sa pag-cater ng question. Also, gusto namin makater lahat ng question galing sa ating online. But, syempre, we do our time yan. So, maglalas na tayo. So, what a great session yan. So, we also want to introduce to you, of course, we do have our Pix Pro Junior here. And so, Ma'am Tel, could you pitch out them? Nakamute ka yata, Ma'am Tel.
Ayan, sorry po. To have our Cybersecurity Alliance group po headed by Mr. Bantoyan. Are you there? Mr. Bantoyan. Parang nawawala sila, Ma'am Kate. Well, anyway, that was a great session, Sir King. We have learned so much today about the vital role that cybersecurity organizations play in empowering our schools and communities. Thank you, Sir King, for sharing your insights with us.
So yes, maraming salamat po, Sir King. And of course, maraming salamat sa ating mga viewers on Facebook Live. So we hope you gain valuable knowledge today. So don't forget, certificates of attendance will be given after this session. Kaya make sure to check our page for updates also, guys.
Okay, so before we end, remember mga Kapix Pro, let's all be cyber aware, cyber educated, and cyber secured. Together, we can create safer schools and communities. Stay tuned for more Kwentuhang cybersecurity episodes and follow us on Facebook and don't miss out on future discussions. Napakaganda po ng ating naging talakayan ngayong hapon. Para sa mga nanonood, gusto namin kayong hikayatin na maging bahagi ng advokasya ng Pix Pro. You can start by joining our cybersecurity trainings and awareness programs or simply by sharing what you have learned today with your family and friends. Together, we can create a safer and more secure digital environment for all. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility at sa bawat isa sa atin, meron tayong mga papel na dapat gampanan.
Okay, so once again, this has been a Kwentuhang Cybersecurity where we help you to stay cyber aware, cyber educated, and cyber secured. So magkita-kita tayo ulit sa susunod na episode, mga Kapix Pro. So stay safe online and always remember, happy lang.
Happy lang, walang
weekend.
weekend.
Yes, happy lang walang weekend tayo, guys.
Yes, happy lang, walang weekend.
Thank you so much po sa lahat ng ating live viewers.
Thank you po.
Bye po.